Well, hello, and welcome to day 12 of our 21-day Breath Mastery Challenge. Today we're going to explore another advanced technique. We're going to play with the 4 dimensions of awareness, and we're going to link our breathing to these 4 dimensions of awareness. Right? The 4 dimensions of awareness are these: internal, external, narrow, and broad. So you could have an internal narrow focus, or you could have an internal broad focus. You can have an external narrow focus or an external broad focus. Those are the 4 dimensions. And what we want to do is we want to play with our breath and move from one direction to the other. Who controls your awareness? What determines what you're focusing on? Habits, patterns, fear, pain, conditioning, advertising executives, random influences. When we get a handle on our breath and we get a handle on our consciousness, we get really good at focusing on what we want to focus on. We get good at not being able to be distracted. We get good at shifting from a laser-like focus, which could save your life, to a broad focus where you're taking in the entire situation around you. Very powerful. So when we have a laser-like focus, nothing interferes, everything else is blocked out. We have one-pointedness. That's a very powerful ability. But when it becomes fixation, when we're so focused on one thing that we're oblivious to other things, that can get in our way. On the same hand, when we can allow our awareness to spread out, my peripheral vision is open. I'm listening, I'm feeling what's behind me, what's in front of me, what's in the corners of my eye. I'm smelling, I'm tasting, I'm listening. I'm taking in everything. My awareness is broad and it's external. That can save my life also. And we want to move to be able to focus our awareness internally, maybe on one body part, one area of our body. We want to get good at that so we can send energy, send breath energy to any organ, to any part that needs attention, love, energy, breath. We also want to be able to spread the breath out to our entire body, an internal, broad awareness. So I take one breath and maybe I focus on my knee. And with all of my attention, like a laser, I breathe into my knee. And then I shift and I focus on maybe one tiny object at the other side of the room, and I focus on that object like a laser. I've just shifted my focus from internal narrow to external narrow. One leaf on a tree, a corner of a picture frame, the second hand on a clock, a laser-like external focus. And then I can shift to an internal broad focus, where I'm conscious of every cell in my body. I've just shifted from a narrow external focus to an internal broad focus. Do you get the game? We're shifting from internal broad to external narrow. External broad, internal narrow. Internal narrow to internal broad. External narrow, external broad. There's an expression in the Chinese, in Qigong, in Taoist practices that says, where consciousness goes, energy flows. Same thing with our practice. Where you focus, that's where you breathe into. You send the breath to everywhere around you. You draw breath in from everywhere around you. That's a broad external focus. You breathe into every cell of your body. You distribute the breath to every part of you. That's internal broad. And then you aim the breath to your left eye, to your baby finger, to your big toe. And you practice laser-like focus, internal narrow, internal broad, external broad. Breathe your way into these 4 dimensions of awareness so that it's you who decides where your energy goes and what you focus on. And your consciousness is not a subject or a victim to random impulses, miscellaneous urges, or other people's influences. Get a handle on your awareness, get a handle on your breath, and you are the master of your life. Good luck with this practice, and I'll see you next time.